El sol salió, qué día tan lindo, imposible tú. Tengo cero estrés, solo siento paz. Todos los días son domingo. Increíble lo que hace, solo un poco de trabajo y fe. Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo, buena paga. Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo, buena paga. Volándome, conociéndome, cada día más poco haciéndome. Cielo azul, miro despertándome. Me siento bien, mamá está bien. Ambición y fe me trajeron fame. Compré un auto con plata que no robé. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Soy como Ginóbili cuando encesto. Banda de rock debutando en cemento. Soy un diamante sudamericano. Hice mi money con americano. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Singy, we're going to see a lengthy win streak put to the test here today.
Well, when you're winning like this, it's a fun place to be. In the dugout and in the clubhouse, the music is loud after the ball games. The food tastes great. I know this team wants to keep it going.
So just about set now. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for two. And he's got a leadoff double.
Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. Hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
This is Bryson Stott. Went deep in the ball game last night.
Nope.
Just
Ball
missed.
Ball one, no strike.
And that's in for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
1-2 now. And a swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And there are 2 down. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And perhaps part of the game plan is to get into the bullpen as early as possible. They're facing a staff that's blown a lot of games in the later innings.
Boog and his hitters, you're aware of that, but you don't want to become too relaxed and wait too late in the ball game because you never know what could happen on any given day. But with that said, even if you fall behind early, you've got a lot of confidence that this game will not be over until that final out.
Kyle Schwarber stands in here, takes ball 1 low. That one drilled left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Phillies strand 1. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Christopher Sanchez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, and as Whip tells you, he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So we're taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his team.
This one's fair down the line and left. And it's going to be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in the swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. And that's downstairs and outside.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Yandy Diaz now.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And now the lefty. Back to the mound. It hit him. And they get the out after the ricochet.
Batting fourth.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Jorge Soler. Up at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Pitch misses there. 3-1.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Bobby Witt Jr. in the on-deck circle. 3-1. He couldn't come up with it.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
The shortstop.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
That pitch is out.
Now 1-1. And he deals. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. base hit into right. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Mets.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So 2 down. Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Tons of pop. Right now he's 3rd in the National League in homers. Foul ball there.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Kicks and fires. There's a swing and a drive. Out of here. A 3-run dinger. And they add on. It's 4-0.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise.
Chris, this one got out of here quickly. Let's take another look with the help of StatCast.
Yeah, just a laser of a home run, 113 miles per hour off the bat. But, you know, it wasn't a towering shot by any stretch, and it didn't need to be. That thing was torched.
Ronnie Mauricio now. There's a strike.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
High fly ball. Near the pole. That one is foul. Ripped on the ground to second. Over to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Second inning set to go. And now it's Alec Bohm. Luzardo measures 6 feet even, 220 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. That one catches the zone, 0-1.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive. Fill up the strike zone. Don't issue free passes.
Mauricio. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 6, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto steps in. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Luzardo,
0-1.
he's a guy that has both swing and miss stuff and exceptional command. I mean, that's a rare combination. That makes him one of the best in the game. Next pitch is outside.
And when a hitter steps in the box, he knows that I got to be ready to swing. And that's where it really opens things up for him to change speeds, change location to get the swing and miss.
He's got it, and there's 2 away.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Edmundo Sosa stands in now and watches strike 1. The Mets leading by 4 here at the top of the second. And a good eye there. So many strikeout pitchers do have trouble with walks because usually the strikeout is tied in to the stuff, and sometimes the stuff is difficult to command. Not the case here. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The pitch. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets it 1, 2, 3. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They're down 4-0. Back here in Queens. Here's Mabrice Valoria.
The catcher, Mabrice Valoria.
The wind of the pitch. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. There's the strike. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra to the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and 2 away now. Back to the top of the lineup. Jarren Duran up now for the Mets. One for one with a double and a run scored. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Wouldn't chase that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Mets go down quickly, but they're in front 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning. Now it's going to be Michael Reed. As the lefty gets to work. To the right side, and that's a fair ball.
Wastes no time there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And a pitch. And now it's even up. Reed gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. In the air to left center, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Turner in the box now. No balls and a strike. 1st and 2nd, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Into the outfield, base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now the number 2 hitter, Bryson Stott. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And a foul ball left side. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for it.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Doyle grabs it on the run. Bryce Harper to the plate.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
On the ground, could be two. Goes to second, safe there.
He's good.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1's the count.
Good eye right there. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swings through that one for strike two.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane. Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Boom. Swings through it for strike one. That pitch clips the outside corner. 0-2 now. And that one is lifted in the air. He's under it. Brings it in, and that's the third out. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 4 and the Phillies 1. As we go to the last of the third, at the plate, Luis Angel Acuna. Sanchez back to work. Fought off foul. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Not
ball,
even close
2
there. And that's ball 1.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And another ball. Bounce to the left side. Turner throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Stepping in, Yandy Diaz. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
And that's outside. And the count is 1-2. 1 down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a pitch.
Ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's a big power threat. Jorge Soler. A walk and a run scored his first time. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And the Mets go down 1-2-3 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead.
So I ain't saving you a cleaner house. Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous like it's word of mouth.
Back here at Citi Field, new inning getting started. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. As he turns on the rubber with that good live arm delivers. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Bounce to the right side. Over to Diaz. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now batting, designated hitter, Edmundo Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. And ball one. Out to short. Witt sends it across the first. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
2 outs, base is empty. Michael Reed digs in now. And a strike on the outside edge. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him.
Now
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Left-hand hitter waits. And a foul ball.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And down on strikes he goes. And that'll do it. 1 left for Philadelphia, and they trail it 4-1. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Bobby Witt Jr. And a pitch. That one not close. Ball 1.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Right through there for a strike.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Way out front for strike 2.
3-2.
On the ground to third. Boom. Throws on to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. He's already homered here in this one.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Not the best swing that time from the first round pick.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult.
And now maybe extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And next for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio, the switch hitter batting right. Up the middle. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, catcher,
Maybreeze Viloria up now for the Mets. Line drive, caught. Mets lead one, but they lead it 4-1.
Let the groove soothe again. Then let the beat smooth again.
We go to the top of the
Leading off
fifth.
for
Here's
Philadelphia,
Turner now.
The shortstop, Trey Turner.
The pitch. Turner, multi-time All-Star, 31 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Stop. In now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Swing, and all the bat went flying there.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Durant snags it on the run.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Number 3.
And now here is Harper. And that is cut on and missed. Strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes the grab on the run. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And this is still back here in Queens. And now Brenton Doyle. The pitch. And there's a ball. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Will Smith. The lefty looks to be getting himself ready. Johnson also getting ready. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So now 1-2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add to their lead. It's 5-1.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you.
It's another day and it's still no stress, so I'm heading downtown and I'm so well dressed. Money in my pocket and I swear we don't stop. Like we headed to Miami waiting for the beat.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Christopher Sanchez gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Mick Abel takes over on the mound.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
So the lineup flips over. Now batting Jarren Duran. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Man at first, Luis Angel Acuna. Up now for the Mets. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Tag. Ow. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Wow, what a great throw from his knees right there. You're not going to see that every day. Such a long throw from the plate to second base. So to have no bottom half behind it but still deliver a seed on target, so impressive. And most catchers practice that throw, but not many. Have the arm strength to actually make it work in a game.
And that's in for a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
That one ripped. Back. Gone. He made him pay for that one. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 6-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
So up next for New York, Yandy Diaz. In the air right field, Gonzalez settles underneath it, snags it for the second out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Jorge Soler up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Citi Field, all set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
And the pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 0-2. Line drive to short and caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Boom. In the box again. Takes a strike. That one found hard the other way.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Hit in the air, center field. Doyle under it. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, catcher.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it is JT Realmuto. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The wind of the pitch. And that drops in for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nimmo pulls it in on the run. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots do up. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies 1.
You could encounter the great, so you could get shipped and counted away, but you counterfeit it.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Abel back to work. That's down and in. A little out front there as he swings through it.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 away. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. He's already homered in this game. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Next pitch is outside. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield. Took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
1 down. Ronnie Mauricio getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. A gigantic blast. It's 8-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
Will Smith gets the call from the pen.
He's doing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Mabrice Viloria up now for the Mets. Up and in, and that is ball 1. Smith, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, a curve, and he works in a changeup. At the belt and fires. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
And at second with 1 away, Brenton Doyle, the next to hit, 1 for 2. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and there's 2 away.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that
Now
pitch. A
batting,
hard grounder,
right
but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Duran.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now it's the right fielder, Jarren Duran. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Wouldn't
1-1.
chase that time. The pitch. And a swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now.
What you waiting for? Come and get it.
And we're back.
Leading off for
And
the
now the
Phillies,
DH,
the
Edmundo
designated hitter,
Sosa.
Edmundo
And he deals.
Sosa.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. That one the other way. Over to Diaz. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Reed, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Gets under it and pops it up. Mauricio makes the catch. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Luis Gonzalez. And first offering is fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Hit hard, that gets through.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back base hits. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Gonzalez at second. Turner on at first with 2 down. And a foul ball. Struck him out swinging. The high heat too much on that one. Phillies leave a couple. Bottom of the 7th. And now Luis Angel Acuna. And here it comes. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen.
0-1
Gregory Soto, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. The pitch. And a foul ball. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Real Muto up with it, fires to first. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
The Mets up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss.
No ball.
As he was
strikes.
out front that time. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
And here is Jorge Soler. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. And a swing and a miss.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Swings and misses, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back here in Queens, and now Bryce Harper. Here comes a pitch.
Harper.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. Luzardo still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
And here is Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
And he takes a strike. Next offering is down low. Now one missed. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Safe at second. He legs out the double.
All over that one right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Real Muto stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And there's the strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And another ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. Runner at second, 2 down. Out to short, Witt. Throws to first, and that is the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. And a pitch. That one fouled off. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
0-2 is the count.
The shortstop takes the ball. Wouldn't chase that time.
2-2 the count. We
3-2 now. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it, and there's one away.
Up next to the net, the left fielder.
Next to hit, Brandon Nimmo.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-1.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just
No
guessed
ball,
wrong.
2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
The third
Ronnie
baseman,
Mauricio now at the plate, 1 for 3.
Mauricio.
And there's a foul ball. The Mets up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Up the middle, Turner fires over to first. That's out number 3. Abner Uribe taking over on the mound.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boo. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. And a pitch.
Sosa.
That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that off. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out
1
of
ball,
that bullpen.
2 strikes.
And 1-2. And another ball.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Yogi just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Ground ball up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, the right
So
fielder.
digging in now for Philadelphia, Luis Gonzalez.
Ball.
That one misses. Ball 1. Left-hand batter waits. That one at triple digits.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
Reed, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Trey Turner at the plate. And that one fouled off.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
They're down to their final strike. Uribe is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, another night, another win. This team is a must-watch right now. Even if it goes late, there's a rain delay, extra innings. People are going to stay up late to see this streak continue.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.